Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast with Phil Graham. We help you master Facebook ads and give you an unfair advantage over your competition. Are you ready? Let's go.
What's up, podcast family? Welcome to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast, episode 385. Phil Graham here. Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys these 6 key trends for Facebook and Instagram ads to help you try and master the 2024 upcoming holiday ad season. It is Super Bowl time, my friends, and I don't mean football. I mean the Super Bowl of ads. The holiday season, which is pretty much now through the end of the year, maybe even into January, in my opinion, is the best time for ads. Now, it's always a good time to run ads. I always recommend businesses run ads every day of the year for the most part. But this season is especially good. And it is so important because make no mistake about it, this holiday season is not just for products. It's not just for e-commerce, but service businesses, local businesses, digital courses, memberships, and all kinds of different businesses should be leveraging this season, regardless of whether you're selling products or not. It is so important. So what I'm going to be teaching is I'm going to do a 3-part series about how to crush Facebook and Instagram ads during this 2024 holiday season. Today is going to be part 1, and then part 2 and 3 will be the next 2 weeks. But in part 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the latest consumer trends, ad trends, and things that are really shaping this holiday season. And I want to give you guys insights to help you hopefully craft better Facebook ads and possibly give you guys a huge edge during the holiday season. And then next week in part 2, I'll be teaching how to craft high impact holiday ad campaigns. We're going to talk about optimizing your ad spend, how much you should spend, when you should spend it, and also how to do what I call holiday staggered retargeting. And then we're going to talk a little bit about metrics and how to not only measure them, but adapt to them so that you leverage the entire holiday season. It's really important. It's going to be super actionable and tactical. And then the following week, part 3, we'll talk about the most common mistakes most advertisers make during the holidays and how you guys can hopefully avoid those mistakes because they can be very costly. So before we jump into the content, if you guys are looking for any one-on-one coaching so you can learn ads one-on-one specific to your situation, I believe it's the best way in the world to learn. So if you're looking for that, or if you want a pro to run your ads for you, so you can do what you do best for either one of those things, just go to my website, philgrahamdigital.com, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital. So let's jump in. I did want to mention happy fall or autumn, whatever you want to call it. If you're in the US, it's a new season. With that new season, it's early. I know it's still not even October yet, but we have to start talking about holiday shopping. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the 2024 holiday landscape and what these key trends are so you guys can be ready to start focusing on how to win the holiday season with your ads and with your business and marketing. Let's start with number 1. There is a key trend from consumers. And again, this isn't just e-commerce. This is for all types of businesses and products and services. So we should really call them people, not just consumers. But people are focusing more on value and in some cases, affordability. So that's something you need to be aware of. Now, affordability, what does that really mean? It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to lower your prices or even have low prices. You can absolutely have higher prices, but maybe have more flexible payment options that will help people be able to more easily buy your product or service. That's a way that you can deal with affordability without having to cut prices. So that's something that's really important. The second part that I want to really focus on with this is really more important. And that is, I believe it's way more important for you to more effectively prove the value for whatever it is you're selling, whether it's a product or service. You've got to do a better job of showing the value first and foremost, because if people really see the value in that, whether it helps them make more money, makes them happier, makes them look better, saves them time, whatever that is. If they see that value, then that's going to help you a lot with that trend of people focusing more on value. So those are two things I would do when it comes to value and affordability this holiday season. Number two, this trend has been happening every single year for quite a while now, and that is holiday shopping is starting earlier and earlier. Bottom line, holiday ad season is now. It used to be that holiday sales didn't really start that much until we hit Black Friday, and then they took off and went crazy for the rest of the year. But as you guys know, it gets earlier and earlier and earlier every single year. I mean, a month ago, we were in Costco and we saw Halloween stuff, and that was like in August. So holiday shopping is already starting now. So what do you need to do? Number one, you need to be aware of that and don't miss that. Number two, you should really be building your top of the funnel now so that when it becomes more of the prime time for actually asking for the sale, you've done the work at the top of the funnel. That's really important. So it's important to start now. And you still want to also, though, save some of your best deals, some of your best offers for Black Friday, for Cyber Monday. You want to mix it up throughout the holiday season. Don't just run the same thing this year all year. You might have been able to do that in the past, but it's a little bit different this year. It might not do as well. So start now, save some deals up, stagger some of your deals, and mix it up throughout that holiday season, but don't wait. Number three, I'm seeing a big trend towards things like sustainability and ethical shopping. People want to buy things that are sustainable and or meaningful to them. I think meaningful is like a really good word because that's so important to people. So obviously, if you are making a physical product that is sustainable, that is pretty easy. But you might have a service or a course or something like that, or a product that isn't sustainable. You can still make it meaningful and important. And that really comes down to how you offer and position whatever your product or service is. So remember, anything can be meaningful if you make it that way. So when you're thinking about how to create ads for your product or service, just keep that in mind, whether it's sustainable, whether it's ethical, whether it's meaningful, or all of the above, and whether that means it's your product or service or your company or brand as a whole. Those things are important to a lot of people, especially this year. So you want to make sure that you're communicating that effectively, both in your ads and on your website. Key trend number 4 is personalized shopping experiences. Oh my goodness. People not only want this, they expect it. This is huge. I've been a fan of what I call segmented audiences and segmented ads and content for a lot of years. It's been huge for a long time. And it's something that's even more important now than it ever has been before. And that is huge. There's too many advertisers just relying on broad, generic audiences with broad, generic, general ad content. And unless you want to lose, I wouldn't recommend just doing that in a lot of situations this year. I would not recommend that. So what does personalized shopping experiences mean? Well, we're in 2024. I mean, heck, it's almost 2025. We've got a lot of data at our hands, at our fingertips. We have the ability to know the people that click on certain types of ads, certain videos that you post, who goes to what page of your website, and we can get back in front of them. And so creating ads with different ad angles and different pain points, and then retargeting based off of that, based off of their actions, based off of what they've done, not what you're guessing or thinking they might want, those can make a big difference. So I talk about that a lot, and I will definitely have some tips and advice for you in next week's episode as we talk about more tactical ways to actually create great ad campaigns. But make sure personalized shopping experiences, you can do that at the ad level. You can also do that on your website as well as email. So make sure you guys listen to next week's episode because I'll teach you more about how to do it. Key trend number 5, this is actually really cool and you can get creative with this. People really like curated gift guides. I'm sure you guys have heard of Oprah's guides to Christmas every single year, Her gift guides, obviously, that's a celebrity, but you don't have to be a celebrity to do this. It's a huge opportunity. This is where you get to give either your advice or share what your favorite fun things are that you create, that you sell, but without doing any hard selling at all. You can share your passion for it. So you're not just recommending stuff, you're letting them know why you like it or why you love it. And really creating a curated guide, whether it's just 2 or 3 product recommendations or services or a lot, regardless, creating that guide is something you can do where you can share your passion for what you offer in a non-hard sales way. So think about what you could do. How could you use this to your advantage? Could you create a curated gift guide for your product or service or company? And you could even include some other things that you don't sell as well. Like there's a lot of ways to go with this, but think about how you can leverage this because this is a huge opportunity this year. And then last but not least, key trend number 6, mobile shopping optimization. This probably surprises nobody. It's obvious. Everybody uses their phone. Yet it still boggles my mind how many times I'll see an ad that goes to a landing page or a website or a sales page that is not optimized for mobile, that is not optimized for the phone. It either doesn't work right or doesn't look right, and you don't want that. So everything you have on your website, on your landing pages, your shopping carts, everything should be 100% optimized for the phone. It should work perfectly, it should look perfectly, and it should load blazing super fast. That is extremely important. So my friends, these are 6 key trends for the holiday season for Facebook ads this year. Make sure you guys are following this and really taking this and putting it into action. And then remember, next week, we're going to get more tactical and talk specifically about creating high impact holiday ad campaigns and more. So episode 385 is in the books. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you want to get in touch, maybe you want some help with your holiday ads, philgrahamdigital.com is the website, or you can DM me on Instagram at philgrahamdigital. I would love to connect with you, and I'll talk to you on next week's episode. Peace out.
Thanks for listening to the Next Level Facebook Ads Podcast. Please remember to subscribe and share this with all your friends. For show notes, more tips, and to learn more about Phil, please visit philgrahamdigital.com/podcast.